out to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. The Packers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these are bare bones.
That was back when 99 meant something.
The kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the open drive. Balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Love now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying it up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Love from the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown. Matthew Golden, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Just to stop this feeling of nothing. Good nothing. You have to stop the world just to stop this feeling.
Find some way to turn this into positive yards as he struggles for a pickup of Look at this Packers defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they can just get their pass defense involved, this unit will be really, really strong. Remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Here's Penix. That'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Charles, already
points out of this drive. Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre and post-snap, but he's able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Penix. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And running with power here. And what a return as he brings us with. The 25-yard line.
Penix's pass. Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Following the interception, Love able to find his man, Kraft. And over the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
That's good. Packers, 1st down.
Throwing, Love. They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
He is?
Smack now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here, Joy. 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Falcons nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Falcons.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight, but so far it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now Tua. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think like he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Yeah, that's actually really nice.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of them.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay.
Please tell me why.
As they got with a first and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Great play that time defensively by Zach Harrison.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Love. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big fella go. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tucker Kraft, 71 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help? Got a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 67 yards for him on the ground so
For who?
far tonight, as he has been terrific in his first half. Tua going to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Tua on 4th down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Goodson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Folk connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And a good effort on the return set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lloyd. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Love from the gun on 3rd down. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. On his Trey Smack now for the Packer field goal. And his kick is indeed good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
No puedo.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
Robinson up the middle. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offense.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Stuart Little.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
You have to watch the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchdown. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he slings one as incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that tackle.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is taken at the 5. And he'll get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson, 59 yards. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Going up top. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden has the first is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Oh my God.
Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good move, and they get off the field.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning it is Moore. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
You streaming it? You streaming it, Arlen? Can you? Let me know when you go live. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. I don't wanna bore you. Oh, but I love you, love you, love. I don't wanna bore you.
Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
All right. Peace out, my brother. Sounds good, brother. Peace.
They have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That is first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On the give, here's Robinson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Play action, now it's Tua. This pass is caught by London. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
First down, Atlanta.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18.
A gain of 15. First down, Falcons.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Tua just going to back this forward on the end around. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Has a nice job there defensively being able to diagnose. Got a little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London from 13 yards out. And the Falcons get a bit closer. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the
2 are going to try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
52. Falcons 34.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Nigga, be safe.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now they can't bring him down.
John Johnson on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended.
Touchdown, Falcons! Adonai Mitchell, 69 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Falcons 41. Nick Folk to kick off.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 114 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
2nd and a yard.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They need 2. Here's third down.
Let's go. 45. Wide. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Counter play with Jacobs. A solid stiff arm. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, 44 yards. And the Packers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
66. Falcons 41.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Got London on a slant. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Here's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
But it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Got a man, it's London. And was very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It brings up fourth down.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap, then a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Boy, 179 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Love now. And he whips that one incomplete there. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Falcons, 49-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Don't let anyone tell you that this running back is old. He's just experienced, and he looked just as good as ever over the past couple of weeks. He tallied over 100 yards last week, and he's followed it up with another 100-yard performance here. Most running backs start to lose a step at his age, but not this guy.
Throwing. Love. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's another Packers first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Here we go. Yellow. Hut, hut.
Jacobs again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Hold true. Hold true. Let's go now.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Smack now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Packers 73, Falcons 41.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10. At their own
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner,
and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Falcons 48. Nick
Folk out there now to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, 95.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Red, 38.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Black 40.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. Now Folk for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Packers 73. Falcons 55. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go, set. 52 blue.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Green Bay, It's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Day.